Peace and blessings, everybody. Oh my goodness. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm in a different place of the house today. And my hubby is home, so he's taking care of some business in the office. And then I'm about to go in there in a little bit. But I wanted to talk about a question that a friend of mine asked me. She said, how did you date your husband so fast and got married so fast? Well, it's not that simple. Okay. Pat and I have known each other since I was 21 and he was 22. And we're kind of a little bit up there in our age. But anyway, so we've known each other for like 18 years. So now you know my age. And we've always been friends. We remain friends. And anyway, life had to take us a different direction and away from each other. When we were young, we never told each other how we felt. And yeah, so we never told each other how we felt. Anyway, we had to go separate ways. He moved to the West Coast. I lived in the West Coast. I moved to the East Coast. He lived in the East Coast. He goes to the West Coast, all within like same amount of time, like around the same time. So with that being said, we had our own life in opposite states, and then he moved back to Florida, and I was in Virginia, and 18 years later, here we are. We're sharing a life, and we're sharing a home, and we're trying to build something. So people, some of my friends are like, what's the recipe? Like, what's the recipe? And I don't think I take that back. Women, there is a recipe. Okay, so men are pursuers, they're hunters. They're gonna pursue what they want and who they want, and what fits best for what they are trying to build, or not what, but who is the person that they want by their side with what they're trying to build in life. And one of the things my husband told me that he was searching for was being a traditional wife. Your definition of traditional wife may be a whole lot different than the definition of what a traditional wife is to a man. He did not care how much money I made. He did not care how many degrees I had. He did not care how many cars I had. He cared that I was a traditional wife, that I wanted to be a wife. Not just the title, but a wife. I wanted to be a wife. Respect is huge for a man. And, we take that very lightly when it says women respect your husbands. I mean, it really is. Like, if he doesn't feel respected, he doesn't feel loved. So that's one thing I have learned in life, is to respect. And you know what's funny? Honestly, I am done, like, in life, making decisions. Like, I don't want to be in charge of anything. I don't want to make a decision about anything. We tired as women, being out there. I'm not Miss Independent. Never liked it. Never wanted to be. Like I have said in my other videos, I've always loved and longed to just be a wife, a mom, have a family, take care of my husband, take care of my house. I love the way our house is turning out to be. I'm gonna post pictures soon, but one of the things is we didn't rush anything. When we started to spend time together, it was one of those, our relationship is very unique, and maybe one day I'll explain it, but Patrick is an outstanding man, and he was very respectful. He knew what he wanted, and he's a provider, he's a protector, he's a leader, and he loves me. And I feel safe, and I feel at peace. And like I've posted in one of my posts, when you feel appreciated as a woman and as a wife, there's nothing you wouldn't do for your man. And that is true. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. You know, we are creating a home where it's peaceful. But there's no recipe to how to get married fast. When you know, you know. But as women looking into wanting to get married, you really need to do work on yourself. Work on, do I want to be a wife or do I want the title? Am I ready to be a wife through thick and thin? Through having money and not having money? But I wanted to talk of a few topics that I think, like for women, that I asked myself before I even consider marriage. Am I ready for marriage? Am I ready to be someone's helper in life? Am I ready to be a servant? I love serving my husband. I love, like, literally serving him all day. And I think, like, for me, that's like one of my love languages, and that is one of his love languages, and that's how he feels loved. One of the ways that he feels loved, but I love serving. So marriage is a relationship of two people serving each other. Am I ready for big changes in my life? Am I ready to be under the protection, the leadership, of another person? Am I ready to trust someone to lead our family? Am I ready to put everything behind and start a new life with someone, to start a family? Is he someone I want my children to have their father? Like, is he someone I would want as a father for my children? And for me, am I ready to be a good wife? Am I ready to be a mom? And I think for men, they look at, and I wouldn't say all men, but when you're really serious, they look at, would she be a great mom? Would she be a great wife? Stuff like that. But for me, I had to do a lot of digging and working on myself before I even thought about marriage. We go through relationships, and we go through drama, and we go through trauma, and we go through scars, and we go through disappointments and doubts, and sometimes we bring that into our new relationship, and it affects. And so I had to do a lot of that. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I struggle with certain things that my husband and I have to talk about, and he's very graceful, very, very graceful. So I'm very blessed. But those are just some of the things that I thought about when thinking about getting married. Am I ready to move from one state to another state? Give up, what I have, in Virginia, to move to Florida. Ready to meet new people. Do our faith match? Are we compatible in the goals that we have? But it is so smooth to just be under his leadership. It's easy. I wouldn't say easy, but it's smooth. It's peaceful. And he's very understanding with me. And it's what's best for us. But anyway, those were just some questions I wanted to jump in and ask in here. But have a great day. Enjoy your week. We'll see you all guys soon. Bye.